Right, scenario number two. And as we've said, and as council said previously, and Andy said that council's engineers are often not that accepting of soft measures like arrows, that kind of thing. I suppose in this case it doesn't really help that even if we were to paint arrows on the carriageway over there, like on the lower vehicle crossing, you wouldn't actually be able to see them very easy. Like it would have to heavily rely on guest education, that kind of thing. So what the scenario I'm going to test out now is if we can somehow block off this lower crossing. So we're going to just say we're going to completely imagine that this is, got bollards or something over it to stop people using it. So that's a solid wall, so we're going to go up, coming up the hill. Right at the top, indicating left now. Indicating right, turn over. But one of the things I spotted here is if we were to do this, we need to lower that curb. Also, by the time we got to here, we would need to have probably like some kind of mirror to sort if you were reverse manoeuvring. If you were like say 56A, you're coming up and someone here is coming down, you would for safety reasons I think they would need to see. Whereas if you're over back on the carriageway, if you're over here, you wouldn't be able to see if anyone's coming up. So that could be quite easily solved with a mirror on the common property, right? Like one of those mirrors. So Jen's house, driving down. Real straightforward. Drive down into the garage. Okay, so then get time when guests are leaving. They need to revert. This is all blocked off somehow, remember? So they need to reverse out of here and somehow exit up that top crossing. So right now, if you were to reverse up, it's a very awkward angle here. You wouldn't really do that, especially even with the gradient as well. So logically, you would reverse up and over here, and then it will be really, really tight. Very tight. You probably have to do it. You wouldn't be able to do this as one maneuver easily. You probably have to do it as like one reverse maneuver here, then another reverse, and then straight forward. I suppose this does lead to one thought I've had is that if someone was reversing up out of here, this area in here, if this was turned into like a platform kind of for car parking, that would make it much easier to reverse up around the bends, further out onto the car park, like over here or so, and then that maneuver could be quite easily done in one swish up to the top crossing, and this area here would just bollard it off, or some kind of hard physical barrier. I suppose with the solution then, thinking through this neighbour, so for the entry they would come up, turn into the side, curb lowered, then go down the crossing, hopefully mirror here to see that no one's coming up, and sort of swing around into, there shouldn't really be parks there, it's common property, but swing around into the garage is the theory anyway. So I don't really see how they're going to be able to do that. Like in one motion, they would have to, logically you would come over here, and then reverse, and then sort of come in. That car parking, if a car parking platform was right over there, that would really help them with that, because then they can just reverse in one swoop over to here, reverse back, and into the garage. Okay, so for them leaving, this guy is here, they would just pretty much straight reverse out like they normally do. Reverse down here, and then drive up out of the site in a forward manner. Under that solution, all this vegetation will need to be kind of trimmed back, I suppose, but that's pretty easy. Yeah. Driving up to the top. And yeah, even this mirror here, I can see. Like, it's good, but it doesn't actually have anything, doesn't do anything useful. Like, it just shows this Pinnacle Place entrance, which is not what we want. We want to be looking down that way. I've also thought of things like a camera and that kind of stuff, like a digital camera and LCD display kind of somehow set up to enable the lower crossing, but yeah, it sounds like that might not be that easy either. Well, just in terms of the works that would be required and council approvals and whether or not they'll accept that in the first place. So that's video 2.